Senator John Ossoff sent a letter today to officials demanding answers about the conditions of military housing. This comes after a series of Channel 2 Action News investigations led by Channel 2's Samantha Manning. Samantha's live in Washington for us right now after speaking exclusively with Senator Ossoff today. What did he tell you, Samantha?
Yeah, Karen, Senator John Ossoff led a bipartisan investigation last year that exposed the extent of the poor quality of housing. That revealed military families are dealing with repeated maintenance problems like mold and structural issues. Now this latest inquiry is about understanding potential health problems from these unsafe homes, like asthma and even cancer. Tonight, a push for answers in an investigation we've been covering for months. Military families around the country have been facing problems like mold and sewage at their homes on base, operated by private housing companies that have lengthy contracts with the military.
Our home, it has mold everywhere.
We need now to understand the impact on health.
I spoke exclusively with Georgia Senator John Ossoff today. He sent a bipartisan letter with other senators to the Defense Department demanding answers for these families.
What is the impact of dilapidated and poorly maintained housing on the health of the families who are in these homes?
The letter stems from findings in an Inspector General report for the Defense Department last year. It found the DoD has been, quote, unable to effectively monitor and ensure the health and safety of its service members and their families. The senator's letter points out because of the lack of information, the department may not flag housing conditions that could lead to asthma, lead poisoning, cancers, and more. It's a concern many military families I've been talking to have flagged as their biggest worry. One military spouse told me, quote, this is a public health crisis for a subset of people, meaning military families. Do you agree with that assessment at this point?
Well, I think we have a crisis of housing quality and a potential health crisis for military families that requires investigation.
Two Florida Republicans joined Senator Ossoff on the letter, Senator Marco Rubio and Senator Rick Scott.
I want to make sure that we really understand where the housing problems are and what caused them and how we can fix it.
Questions that military families hope lead to accountability. If these housing problems persist and we continue to see these issues, is there a point where lawmakers or the Defense Department need to step in and say these housing contracts need to be terminated?
If these contractors cannot provide adequate and safe housing to military families, they shouldn't be in the business of providing that housing. That's the bottom line.
And it's really important to note that many of the military families I've been speaking with say the health impact from these housing problems is really their biggest concern. So getting these answers from the military is a top priority for them. Now, it's still unclear when we may get those answers. This latest letter doesn't give a specific deadline for the Defense Department to respond. We're live in Washington. Samantha Manning, Channel 2 Action News.